One of my very controversial Big Brother opinions is not thinking the original All-Stars cast was that great. I think some people deserve to be there, but there was definitely a lot of duds where I was like, who put you on this season? How did you get here? So today's video, we're going to be going through that cast. I'm going to reassess it, say who I think deserved to be on, who I think shouldn't have been on, and then alter the cast to my liking and create it how I would have if I was a producer back then. Before we get into that, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, drop a like on this video, turn on post notifications. It really helps my channel out a ton. It helps me to grow. I have a bunch of videos planned from now until Big Brother 26 airs, and then once Big Brother 26 airs, you know the drill. I'm going to be doing live feed updates, have a lot more planned, so make sure you're subscribed, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of that content coming up. And then just 2 or 3 quick disclaimers here. First, when I go through this cast and say who I think should or shouldn't have been on, just know it's based on their original season, so it's not going to be based on their All-Stars performance. For example, if somebody sucked on their original cast or season, but then did really well on All-Stars, that doesn't really matter. I'm just going to be basing it off of their original season. Also, I know a lot of people, or some people, were contacted to do this All-Stars and weren't available for personal reasons, for whatever happened there. And lastly, this is all for fun. This is all my personal opinion. I have a cast already constructed and I have good reasoning behind it. So stay tuned to the end. If you're like, why did you pick this person? It'll all come together, I promise. Feel free to leave your own thoughts or comments down below. Let me know who you think shouldn't have been on the cast. Maybe who you would have liked to see on instead. I want to hear it, or your thoughts on mine. Do whatever you want, but let's get into it. Before we begin critiquing the cast, let's go over it once again, just as a refresher for anybody who potentially has forgotten. From Big Brother 2, we have Will Kirby, who's the evil, charismatic doctor and also won the game. His alliance member from Chilltown, Mike Boogie, is also there. He was known for rapping and then proposing to a woman that was also on his cast that he met only weeks prior. From Big Brother 3, we have Marcellus, who is known for not using the power of veto on himself and getting evicted because of it. Also, his last name is Reynolds. I'm trying to say their last names and I forgot to say it. I don't have like a script or anything though. And I do know his last name, I just forgot that I was trying to do that. Anyway, let's move on. Fuck, I don't think I said Boogie's last name either. It's Michael Mallon. I know this, I just don't know why I'm not saying it. Anyway, we also have Danielle Reyes from Season 3. She's arguably the most dominant player we've ever seen in the whole show. She got all the way to the final 2. Didn't win though. Some people say it's because of a bitter jury. Other people say it's just because the person sitting next to her deserved to win more. Either way, we have her on this cast. From Big Brother 4, we have Erica Landon, who, is Erica Landon. We also have Allison Irwin, who's the cutthroat, cold-hearted ice queen who liked to cheat on her boyfriend with guys in the house to get ahead in the game, which I love her for. Moving on to Big Brother 5, we have Jace Wiry, who was in the Four Horsemen Alliance. He had a showmance with that woman Holly, who was kind of a dumbass, or wasn't kind of, I don't know why I say kind of, because she was. That's all there is to Jace. Jennifer, also known as Nokomis Deadman, who was forced to play the game with her biological brother that she didn't know they had, or she didn't know she had, but production knew she had. She also popularized the backdoor strategy, or maneuver, if you will. Diane Henry, who made it all the way to the end of the game with her showmance, only to be cut by him in the final 3. From Big Brother 6, we have Kesar Rita, who stood in a competition for like 14 hours, only to throw the competition to the other side of the house, aka people he wasn't aligned with, who then went on to blindside him and evict him that very week. James Ryan, who was the slime ball and won a bunch of power veto competitions. Howie Gordon, who was the crackhead of the season and just screamed at everybody. Not an actual crackhead, but I wouldn't be surprised. And lastly, she's arguably the face of Big Brother, the comp queen, the ice queen in a way, who was very confrontational, very entertaining in all 4 seasons that she played in. It's Janelle Pierzina. Oh fuck, I forgot about season 1. They decided to bring somebody back from that season. Why, you may ask, I don't really know. We have Chicken George. I didn't watch season 1. I don't know what he did on there. I know he was on All Stars. I didn't enjoy him there. Maybe some of you did. But he's there if you forgot. Before I can even begin dissecting and reassessing this cast, I already have a glaring issue with it. There's 14 people on the cast, so that should mean 7 men and 7 women, but I don't know if the Big Brother producers are just bad at math. I know they're not good at many things, but for whatever reason, they decided to put 8 men and 6 women on this cast, so that's not going to fly with me. My cast, we're going to do 8 women and 6 men just to even the playing field, but that means I already have to go in and manually remove 2 men from this cast, so let's do it. Welcome everybody, welcome all-stars. As you can see, there's 8 of you men here, 6 of you women. I don't like that, and me being Big Brother boy, I'm the sole head of household of this YouTube channel, and I have the power to get rid of 2 of you, and that's exactly what I'm gonna be. What? Oh, this? This is an iPad. Oh, fuck. I forgot we're in 2006. Don't worry about it. Chicken George, I have no clue why you're here. I think the producers probably just wanted season 1 representation, which we didn't need, which is evident. Also, why is your name Chicken George? That's fucking obnoxious. Go, get out, you're gone.
George, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star House.
Jace, you can go follow him right out the door. You didn't really do anything for me on your season, you just kind of screamed it through tantrums, which usually works. But some people have it, some people don't, and you definitely just didn't have it. I guess you could say you just didn't have that X factor. Make sure to watch Maxine in theaters out July 5th, or else.
Jace, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star House.
Now that we/I even the playing field, these are our final 12 house guests left. So now I'm just going to go through, say who I think should have been on this cast, who I think shouldn't have been on the cast, and the ones that I don't think should have been are getting removed and replaced with new people.
There's 12 of you left, so now we're at the portion where I'm just going to go through. If you're iconic, if you're an all-star, you're going to stay. If you're not, I'm evicting you from this season. So if you hear your name, that's a bad thing. I guess this is kind of like the Hunger Games, the Reaping, except it's Big Brother and a Big Brother YouTuber's channel. So welcome to the Big Brother YouTubers, Big Brother videos, The Reaping. Mike Boogie, you shouldn't even be here. You're only here because Will, I believe, said to producers he's only agreeing to do the season if you're here. You were evicted 4th on your season. Like, how? You should not have gotten the call back. Your rapping is annoying. Your basketball jerseys are not flattering. Goodbye. Good riddance to you.
Boogie, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Marcellus, I actually like you a lot. I think the producers were pretty smart for bringing you back. I think you're an underrated choice, but a good one. However, unfortunately, I have a whole vision for this season, for this cast, and I'm limited to 3 house guests per season. Sorry if I didn't mention that already. And you just did not make the cut. I have 3 people from Big Brother 3 on my list, and you're not one of them, so bye.
Marcellus, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star house.
Erica, I'm like confused as to why you're here. I think America voted you back in, because I know producers picked some of you guys. America picked the other portion. Not that either had good judgment when it came to you clearly. I actually watched Big Brother All-Stars first, and I was like, oh, she must have been great in Big Brother 4. Watch Big Brother 4, you weren't great. Get out of here.
Erica, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Okay, next we have Nokomis. I'm guessing you're the person that's here because nobody else answered the phone. Again, not sure how this ended up happening. You dyed your hair a lot. On your season, you cried or freaked out on production because they made you play the game with your biological brother. And then you also freaked out later because he evicted you. I know a lot of fans love you. I'm not one of them. They also credit you for coming up with the backdoor plan, which isn't even the case. You weren't the one who invented it. You were sort of the one that implemented it. Not that it matters either way. You're getting evicted no matter what here. I just wanted to tell you why I dislike you and you're not a part of my cast. Hello, all the fans that love Nokomis and the season 5 cast in general. I vote to evict you, Nokomis.
Nokomis, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star house.
Okay.
I already evicted Jace and Nokomis, so there's only one other person from Big Brother 5 left. So Dan, you could just join them. I've never been a fan of you. I know a lot of people get mad at that. I don't really care. And instead of wasting more of my breath talking about why I'm going to be evicting you from this game, I actually brought a guest star here from professional wrestling, WWE. Everybody, please give it up for Alexa Bliss. She is gonna make a cameo in this video, in this Reaping. to tell you and Diane why we're getting rid of you.
Overrated, overhyped rookie!
Diane, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star house.
We seriously don't need 4 people from season 6. Like, that's ridiculous. So James, you're gone. You're out of here. I know you won 3 vetoes in a row and were the veto king on your season. Don't give a fuck. Really don't.
James, you have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star house.
Okay, sir, you can join him. What did you do on your season? You were voted back in by America. Oh well. My point exactly. Jennifer blindsided you, and that was kind of one of the show's iconic moments. But if anything, that's Jennifer making you relevant. I didn't really like you on Big Brother 6, to be honest with you. I didn't dislike you, but you were just like, eh. I liked you on Big Brother All-Stars too. However, that season aired in 2020, so it hasn't happened yet. So 2006 Big Brother boy, who was 5 years old, is evicting you from this game. Goodbye. Congrats on being the final one evicted from this cast.
Hey, sir. You have been evicted from the Big Brother All-Star house.
Okay, so congrats to the 5 of 14 of you that made it past the reaping. I believe that's Will, Danielle, Janelle, Howie, and Allison. You guys will be moving on and advancing to my official All-Stars cast. Everybody give it up for those 5. So now that we got those rats out of the way, we can move on to the second portion of this video. We went through, we talked about who I think shouldn't have been on the cast, so now we're gonna go and talk about the people that I wish was on the cast instead of the 9 that were just evicted from this hypothetical, well, I guess they were evicted from the actual cast, and then the new one's gonna be the hypothetical one. Anyway, since we only have 5 All-Stars left, it's time to get to constructing my cast, so here are the 9 alternatives that I've chosen who I think would have been much better. From Big Brother 2, we have Hardy Ames Hill, who was the king of the house. By the end of the season, people were calling him a bully, but he was supposed to be the lovable, all-American boy who was raised by his grandparents, but he got nasty, he screamed at people, he was entertaining, and I think he more than deserves to be on this cast. Also from season 2, we have Hardy's partner in crime, it's Nicole Scaffrich. She was the OG Vanessa Russo in a way. She was very dominant, controlled the game, most of it by outright force. She definitely wasn't as good as Vanessa, but she was an emotional mess. She had a feud with Will. She made it all the way to the final 2, if I didn't say that already, and she lost ultimately due to a bitter jury. I think if she played the game she did today, she definitely would have won. From Big Brother 3, we have Jason Guy, who is Danielle's alliance member. He was the Catholic boy, everybody loved him. He's played one of the best social games of Big Brother, and when you pair that with Danielle's strategicness, the two were the most dominant duo, probably of all 25 seasons. People are going to be like, what about the Hitman? Fuck the Hitman. Also from season 3, we need to have Lisa Donahue. She won the fucking game, and it makes me so mad because she was a contender to be on All-Stars, but production didn't pick her, America didn't vote her in, so they literally brought her back to film an intro package, then have her leave, which is so disrespectful because she literally won. She was also right there with Jason and Danielle. The 3 were very much a trio in the house. She also got into fights, a couple of fights, maybe like one fight, but she's just very lovable person, love her personality. It's a crime she didn't get brought back, but she is being brought back in this video in Big Brother Boys Fantasy All-Star Cast. We're bringing another winner back from Big Brother 4, it's June Song. June popularized the floating strategy. She had very funny DRs where she just trashed her house guests in the game. I would love to see the damage she can do if she played again. I know she's been vocal about wanting to play again. She should have been on the original All-Stars, but I believe she declined for like personal reasons. But either way, she's making it onto this list. Moving on to Big Brother 5, we're going to have 3 different house guests because I evicted them all in the repaint. First, we're going to go with Marvin Latimer. Marvin was so entertaining. Just his aura and personality alone, you could like watch him read a phone book and it would be entertaining. He was very funny. He called out Cowboy in the finale. It's a shame that he wasn't brought back, but like we said with literally everybody else so far, he's at least brought back here in my list. We're also going to go with the twins from Big Brother 5. It's Adria and Natalie Montgomery. They secretly switched in and out of the diary room, unsuspecting to their other house guests, but then were brought into the game to play together as two separate entities. And the reason I want to bring them back is because number one, we need some pre-jurors, but also people forget just how insane these two were. They were working with the underdogs, and then out of nowhere, they both just started doing absolute batshit crazy things in the game, nominating their own allies for no reason, getting in fights unprovoked. It was very strange, and I feel like they'd be entertaining again together, so that's why I have them here. And lastly, Big Brother 6, we're first gonna start off with Eric Cappy. I don't know his last name. Give me 1 second. I actually have to look this one up. Okay, so I guess his last name is Littman. Not that that really matters. A lot of people are going to be so mad at me for evicting Kaser, but then bringing Cappy on. But we need villains. You cannot cast a season of all likable people. Look at like Big Brother 23. Like, they're all likable people. There was nobody really to hate, and it just makes for an awkward sort of watch. So Eric, he's a great villain. He's very hateable. Probably the biggest villain of the show. Like, the whole show, not just season 6. So that's why he's here. I told you guys there's a specific reason that I cast this season the way that I did, so I'm going to explain that now for you, and then lastly we're going to do my honorable mentions and alternatives for who I wanted to include on this list and almost made the cut. I feel like with the way I cast my season of All-Stars, it literally would be a Big Brother faction war-esque season, if you will. You look at every season that I have, and each person, each season, they're cast with the person that they played with or against. Season 2, we have Nicole and Hardy who ran the game, but Will was there, sort of riding their coattails, or actually riding their coattails. Then you have season 3, Danielle, Lisa, and Jason who ran that show. June and Allison who played the game on opposite sides of the house but banded together to steamroll it and make the final 2 together. Season 5, well, we just want to address this one, but at least they're all entertaining and will provide us with some good TV. And then season 6, Janelle and Howie were a duo in the game, both playing together on the Sovereign 6. They banded together to scream at the friendship many times. And then Cappy, who was the biggest enemy of the Sovereign 6, hated Janelle, had a feud with her, so it would be interesting to see if he would be a dictator again, have feuds with other house guests, and work with Janelle and Howie. It would just be interesting to see his dynamic and how he would do in this game, so that's why I wanted to include him. I feel like the first All-Stars, or the original cast, gets a rap for being extremely strategic and having a season of great gameplay, but I feel like this cast would do even better. Like, season 2 and 3, I believe would form forces and be the majority of the alliance. Like, imagine Danielle and Will and Nicole and Lisa, Hardy, Jason, literally fucking all of them working together. They would be unstoppable, but I feel like it would be interesting because they would definitely go after season 6 because they're the freshest season and we saw the damage Janelle can do in competitions. But then you could also see the route of them going after season 5 just because season 5 are the biggest question mark house guests of, oh, like, I don't really know how they are, how they could do. They were kind of wild cards on their season. And then you have June and Allison, who probably could just do what they did in their original season and let the season 2 and 3 faction wars go against season 6 and 5 and float in the middle, maybe make it to the end of the game again. I'm not really sure, but I think it would definitely be interesting dynamics in the house, not only in terms of relationships, but the game as a whole and the strategy behind it all. And I'm like really mad that this wasn't the cast because now I just want to see all of these 14 people play the game together because I feel like it would be more than interesting. As far as honorable mentions go, these are the 5 that I picked, and I'll just go over them real quickly from left to right. First, we have Shannon Dragoo, and next there's Kiara Bertie. They are my first and second favorite house guests of all time. If you're a returning viewer of mine, I say it all the time, so I apologize for saying it again. But if you're new, those are my 2 favorites, and I really wanted to include them in my actual all-star cast, but realistically, I limited it to only 3 people per given season, and it just made more sense the people I picked for season 2 and 3 aside from them. But I do love them so much. They both are so entertaining, and I just think they would have fit in very well in this cast and caused a lot of drama. But like I said, they just weren't as appropriate, I feel, as the people I actually picked. And then moving on to season 3, We have, well, I guess Kiara is in season 3 too, but you guys know what I mean. We have first Roddy Mancuso. He's great and he's very underrated. I feel that a lot of fans don't give him the credit he deserves, but in Big Brother 3, he literally was probably going to win that season if it wasn't for Danielle being cast. Danielle, if you remember, she had a huge, I guess, vendetta against him. It wasn't really a vendetta, but she recognized him as being a strong game player, and she made it her mission to get him out, which she did. But I think if he was on an all-star cast, he would dominate again, and I think it would be interesting. However, like I said, with everybody else, I was just very limited by the restrictions I put on my construction of the all-star cast. And same with Marcellus. I know I evicted him, but I really think he was a great choice for the producers. I think he's somebody that you don't think of when you think of an all-star cast, but him being on was just really great, and he proved why he was an all-star. So I just want to give him another shout out because he is an all-star. He did deserve to be there. He didn't deserve to be evicted by me, but like we said with everybody fucking else already, it was just too hard. Everybody else made more sense, or I just wanted to see in terms of my overall vision of the all-star cast. And then we have April, which, fun fact, April Lewis from Big Brother 6, I initially had her in my all-star cast instead of Eric, but then I realized, oh fuck, I have 9 women and only 5 men, which I'm okay with, but I already edited everything together saying I'm only doing 8 women and 6 men, so I couldn't do like 9 women and 5 men then. It would have messed everything up, but she's the same as Eric. She had beef with Janelle and Howie. Well, she was sort of frenemies with Janelle. She was just like fake with her. So I think it would be interesting to see her on the show again to see if she would work with Howie and Janelle, what her dynamic would be there. She was also kind of crazy, like low key. She was just a little bit nuts. So I think she would be a fun addition. So those are my honorable mentions, and I will get on to the outro of the video now.
I'm editing this at 2 a.m. so I am trying to stay quiet. So Google Translate is gonna be doing the outro for you guys. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications. I have content planned leading up to BB26 and even more content planned for when BB26 airs. I promise you don't want to miss it. Also feel free to comment your thoughts on my cast and any changes you would make. I am gonna go finish editing then sleep. If this is the last video of mine that you watch before BB26 or ever, all I ask is that you please don't forget to watch Maxine in theaters out July 5th. Okay, bye.